You know, the great thing about Academy Sports and Outdoors is while he's checking out the fishing and camping gear, I try on jeans or something great for outdoors or working out at low prices every day. Wow, all set, hon? I know we'll be back.
Twelfth Man TV is back out at training camp, and yet again this coverage is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. It is August 9th, but what we want to prepare you for right now is the 11th. On that day, Saturday, there'll be a scrimmage at 11:45 in Kyle Field. It's open to the public, and remember, stick around because afterwards it's fan day inside the McFerrin Athletic Center. So a lot to look forward to coming up this weekend. But back to this Thursday. After practice, 12th Man TV caught up with Coach Sumlin and members of the defensive line, their Coach Terry Price and Spencer Nealy.
We're this time of year, this time during camp, you know, that it's starting to hit us. First two-a-day practice. We went this morning, and then it's warm out there tonight, and do a little bit of live stuff. We had a tackling circuit, which some of y'all saw, to start practice, which we put everybody through, which I think is important. We'll probably do that again another time before camp's out, just so basically every type of tackle that you're going to face, we guys get a look at, whether you're offense or defense. Gives us a chance to look at some guys. And then we actually did some live red zone, about 4 or 5 plays to take some guys to the ground and play football for a little bit. So practice started off good, and then, you know, then after that we kind of lulled, and then it was better at the end. But, you know, we just got to understand. I think for them, for the players, it's been a change completely of structure and practice schedule, meeting times, how we do things in a two-a-day schedule, and that takes a little getting used to. So, you know, we have one tomorrow, and we got some guys that, you know, you get to practice 7 or 8, and then you get some guys that, you know, legs are tired a little bit, and, no matter what kind of shape you're in, and it showed a little bit today. They were dragging a little bit, but, you know, we got to. That's where we got to develop leadership, and coaches don't necessarily need to. You know, we need to get some of our players leading, and instead of coaches yelling and screaming to get guys going, we got to get some players who have to get outside themselves and do more than just get themselves through practice. They got to be leaders, and we've got enough guys in this team that have played meaningful football that can do that. You know, but I think, you know, things are so different for them right now. You know, they don't know where they're going next. So, you know, we'll be better next week. We'll be better, but I think we're getting the groundwork in that we need for our guys to have a chance to scrimmage Saturday.
You mentioned this before, but how hopeful are you to get a good crowd out Saturday, because that does help you in practice?
Well, I think it helps for practice. You know, I think you know, we didn't. You know, we had a deal in the spring for fans a little bit. We had the what do you call it? Where we had a little camp out there for the kids. You know, but I think it's good for our players to you know, for fan appreciation, to get out and meet people and sign things. But it's also good, like I said, from a competition standpoint. You know, for kickers and skilled people and people who make plays and put a little bit more pressure on them and make them have to think. I think, you know, it's a good situation for everybody, being as how practice is closed and everybody thinks they know what's going on out there. It'll give them, they can make their own decisions in an hour and a half. That's what I like, though, too. So we get to see them the whole time, but, you know, we got some new guys that I think people would be anxious to see, and you know, particularly when we're playing our first game on the road, you know, and the fan appreciation day afterwards. It's a great deal to, you know, for our guys to come out, and it's a chance for them not to listen to me all day, which I know they'll be really, really happy about, particularly if there are a lot of people here.
What's it like being back here at A&M?
It's hard to describe. I tell you what, I'm loving every minute of it. I'm excited to be back. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now, obviously, when I first stepped on campus, it's a great feeling being back. But after about 2-3 days, you realize it is a job. So we got work to do, and that's our plan. And obviously, start with the defensive line, which is my group of responsibility.
Is it difficult not having all your guys out there for practice? Because I know there's always been somebody kind of banged up.
It's been tough. It's just like shuffling cards sometimes. You got to change the lineup every day and try to make it work. But it's the one thing is the guys that are getting opportunities, it's their chance to take advantage of it. So everybody's going to get an opportunity, and when the final depth chart's made, nobody can say they didn't have a chance. Consistency has been a problem because of injuries, but we got a bunch of guys that are working hard and being unselfish, and some guys have had to change positions and have done very well in their transition. So we're finding out a lot about our defensive line, who can play what and how many different positions they can play because of that situation.
Can you talk about some of the freshmen that have come in and how you guys are using them and how they've done so far?
I'm very excited about our freshman class. It's a really good class. Obviously we had one that didn't qualify academically. You could have used one more big guy, but the kids that are here are really working hard. It's a very athletic group. Kids have a great work ethic, I think, all the way across the board. And I'm excited. They're working hard. We're rolling them all in because of injuries. They're probably getting a lot more time than what they expected to when they first got here. So they're learning, kind of getting baptism by fire and getting a lot of reps and seeing and we're getting a good chance to see what they can do.
Talk about just the first 2-a-day workout, just kind of what that's like. I know it's not fun, but necessary, I guess.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, we didn't have to wake up as early as we used to with Coach Sherman, but I mean, 2 days of 2-a-day, our bodies were pretty sore, but it was kind of like a good warm-up. My groin was kind of bothering me this morning, so it stretched it out a little bit.
Some of the injuries you guys have had on the defensive line, a lot of the freshmen have been getting in the mix. Can you talk about what you've seen from those guys and kind of your role with trying to motivate those players?
Well, Julian, they're all the freshmen. I think we have 4 or 3. They're the biggest workhorses I've ever seen or met. I mean, Julian goes 200 miles per hour every play, and Tyrone's about as fast as anybody off the edge, and Polo and Alonzo, they're going to be really good players. They work hard, so they're really impressive.
Are you kind of taking it upon yourself to kind of help those guys out when they're trying to get used to this tempo of the practice?
Yeah, I've actually, talked to them if I have my breath underneath me. So at the beginning of practice, I try my hardest. And they're going along with it. The tempo's not too bad for them anymore, but they're getting the hang of it.